Good morning, students. Continuation of structure of an atom, BSc first sem, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, today we will discuss Heisenberg uncertainty principle. After that, we will discuss one more important topic, that is hydrogen spectrum. Already we know about the hydrogen spectrum. We will see in continuation what is the hydrogen spectrum, how we get the hydrogen spectrum. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. It exclusively explains about the momentum, and position of an electron. It exclusively explains about the momentum. Momentum is nothing but product of mass velocity. This indicated with explains about the momentum and position of an electron. Position of an electron indicate with x. Position of an electron indicate with x. Okay, it explains about the relation between these two of an electron. Okay, what is the definition of Heisenberg uncertainty principle? What is the definition of Heisenberg uncertainty principle? Okay, it is impossible to determine position and momentum of an electron simultaneously. What is the definition? It is impossible to determine momentum and position of an electron simultaneously. This is a statement of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. See here, mathematical expression of this Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, here uncertainty delta x is the uncertainty in position. Delta p is the uncertainty in momentum. Greater than or is equal to nh by 2 pi, 4 pi. 2 pi is also there. 4 pi. What is the n here? If n is equal to 1, that is hydrogen atom. N is equal to 2 means different atoms. This is the mathematical expression of this Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Here, what is the delta x? Delta x is equal to uncertainty in position. Okay, delta p is equal to uncertainty in momentum. N is equal to number of shell. Okay, h is equal to Planck's constant. Okay, and here see one example. What is the definition? We'll see one example. While playing the cricket, ball present in hand of bowler. When it is present in hand, we have to measure position of that ball. Position of that ball. Okay, if you throw that ball, if that bowler throw the ball, we can't measure the position, but we can measure the momentum. That is nothing but velocity. We can measure while moving, for example, while moving that particle velocity. While moving that particle, we can't measure the position. pen is there. Okay, the position, what is the position of pen? It is present in my hand. It's the exact position. When I am throwing this pen, we can't determine the position of that pen, but we can determine velocity of this pen, that we called momentum. At that time, we can't determine the position. And here, if it is present in our hand, we can't determine the momentum. That means, okay, it is impossible to determine position and momentum of an electron simultaneously. That only states Heisenberg uncertainty principle. This is a mathematical expression of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, here expression will be changed like this: delta x, p is equal to mv, mv mass is common. Delta p, I'm changing, writing here different, nh by 4 pi. But here delta p is equal to mass is common, velocity change, so m delta v. Then equation becomes delta x into delta p, which will delta p is equal to m delta v, okay, is equal to or greater than nh by 4 pi. This is also one more expression of mathematical expression of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, here, see, what is the Heisenberg, what is the uncertainty equation? If you know the momentum, if you know the uncertainty equation, what is the momentum? In case 1, just we'll see case 1, we know about the uncertainty in momentum. What is the uncertainty in moment? Uncertainty in position. We know the uncertainty in position. What is the uncertainty in position? Uncertainty in position we consider as a delta x. Delta x is equal to 0. Okay, that means we know about the uncertainty in position. Okay, delta x is equal to 0. What about the delta p? What about the delta p? See, what is the principle? Delta x into delta p greater than or is equal to, here I am taking is equal to. Okay, n is equal to 1 for hydrogen atom. So, I am taking h only. H by 4 pi. Okay, for hydrogen atom na, hydrogen atom n is equal to 1. So I remove h n. 1h na, 1h means nothing now. Okay, we know the delta x value. Calculate delta p. Delta p is equal to h by 4 pi delta x. Okay, delta p is equal to h by 4 pi into 0. 4 pi into 0, 0 by h by 0. Something by 0 is equal to infinite. Can't determine. If you know the value of, if we know the position, then we can't determine the momentum. Okay, in case 2, okay, in case 2, if you know the momentum, that means delta p is equal to 0. What about the position? Uncertainty in position. Same principle, delta x into delta p is equal to h by 4 pi. Okay, we know the delta p value, then delta x is equal to h by 4 pi delta p is equal to h by 4 pi into 0. H by 0 is equal to infinite. Infinite. Okay, if you know the momentum, uncertainty in momentum, okay, position in momentum is infinite. We can't determine. Okay, if you know the position of electron, that means uncertainty in position. Okay, we can't determine the momentum. We can't determine the momentum. This is about the just Heisenberg uncertainty principle. And case 1 and case 2. In case of 1, in case of 2. This is the one simple question, some 3 or 4 marks question. The important question, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, next in continuation, we'll see the hydrogen spectrum. Hydrogen atomic spectrum. Okay, here how we get the hydrogen atomic spectrum? First, hydrogen molecule. This is the hydrogen molecule. It gains the energy. Okay, here one electron is present at ground state in hydrogen atom. It gains the energy. It gains the energy from outside. What happened? It moves into excited state. It moves into excited state. At this excited state, it is unstable. Again, it comes back to downside, come back to ground state. When it come back to ground state, it loses energy. It loses energy. Okay, if this particular energy pass through prism, nickel prism, or the absorbed energy also passes through nickel prism. Here we get one picture. Here we get the one picture with the lines. We called line spectrum of hydrogen. Line spectrum of hydrogen atom. This is the one picture for the hydrogen spectrum. Okay, see the explanation of complete hydrogen spectrum. This hydrogen spectrum first explained by Balmer, and it is observed in this. Lines are observed in visible region. Lines are observed in visible region. Observed in visible region. And here he gave one formula for the calculation of wave number of those spectral lines. Wave number of these spectral lines. Here, what is that principle? Nu bar. Wave number indicated with nu bar. Okay, is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to 106,977. Okay, here 1 by 2 square minus 1 by n square. And this n is greater than 2. Here n is greater than 2. Okay. What is the principle? What principle proposed by Balmer? Okay, nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to 106,977 1 by 2 square minus 1 by n square. Here n is greater than 2. Here n is greater than. Okay, this is for only second level. This is observed in only visible region. In electromagnetic radiation, so many regions are there. IR region is there, UV region is there, visible region is there, X-ray region is there. All different regions are there. Okay, hydrogen also forms so many lines. What about those lines? It is formed at visible region, and he gave one principle to only second line. What about the first line? What about the third line? What about the fourth line? What about the fifth line? What about the sixth line? We'll see in continuation. Okay, in continuation of this equation, and based on this equation, or by using this equation, Rydberg proposed an equation, generalized equation that we call Rydberg equation. Rydberg equation. What is that Rydberg equation? What is that Rydberg equation? It is also same. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to, instead of this value we put r. Here r is equal to Rydberg constant. Or 1 by, here n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Here n1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. n2 is equal to, okay, here it starts with 2. Start with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. Always n1 is equal to n1 plus 1. n2 is equal to, sorry, n2 is equal to value here n1 plus 1. Okay, here r is the Rydberg constant, lambda is the wavelength, nu bar is wave length. Wave number. Okay, Rydberg, according to the Rydberg equation, and based on the spectral studies, hydrogen forms 6 series of lines. 6 series of lines in line spectrum of hydrogen. 6 series of lines in line spectrum of hydrogen. 6 series. What are those? One is Lyman series. Second one, Balmer series. Third one, Paschen series. Fourth one, Brackett series. Okay, fifth one, Fund series. Sixth one, Hampel series. These series are there. Okay, Lyman series observed at UV region. Balmer series observed at visible region. Paschen series observed at near IR region. Okay, here middle IR region. Okay, Fund series observed at far IR region. Okay, this is out of IR region. These different series means group of lines we called as series. Group of lines we called as series. Okay, the group of lines observed in a hydrogen spectrum. How many group of lines are observed? Group of lines we called series. How many group of series are formed? Okay, 6 series are formed. What are those? One is Lyman series, second one is Balmer series, third one is Paschen series, and fourth one is Brackett series, fifth one is Font series, sixth one is Hamperi series. Okay, Lyman series is observed at UV region, Balmer series is observed at visible region, Paschen series is observed at near IR region, Brackett series is observed at middle IR region, Font series is observed at far IR region, and Hamperi series observed at out of IR region. Next, in continuation of video, we'll see how spectral lines are formed. Okay, what are all those values n1 value, n2 value of all these series, and we'll see the complete hydrogen atomic spectrum in next video. Thank you.